In the first part of our video demonstration, we took some nasty nicks out of this chisel with our Tormek sharpening system. The next thing we need to do is refine the scratch pattern in the bevel that we just created. We need to make each scratch smaller and put all of them closer together. In a traditional sharpening system, that would mean that you'd have to go to a different grindstone. Or it would mean you give up on grinding altogether and go to a completely different kind of sharpening like bench stones. With the Tormek, we're going to take a different approach. We're going to take the same grindstone and change the way that the grindstone cuts. This is called a stone grater. It's made out of silicon carbide. Silicon carbide is an abrasive, just like aluminum oxide, except it's a harder abrasive. So when we hold this against here, we're actually going to polish the surface of the grindstone. We're fracturing the aluminum oxide crystals to about 1/5 of their normal size. But we're not pulling those crystals out of the binder that holds the stone together while we do that. The result is we're going to change the effective cutting action at the surface of the grindstone from the fast cutting 220 that we use to get the nicks out to a very fine cutting 1000 grit that we're going to use to refine the scratch pattern. Now we've got a couple of big advantages here. The obvious one is we're paying for one grindstone and it's doing two jobs. And that's terrific. But it's only half the story. The other half of the story is alignment. When we go back to work, same grinder, same grindstone, same jig at the same setting. That has to be grinding at the same angle. We don't have to reset, recalibrate, or realign anything. Just put it back on and go back to work. And because the tool is perfectly calibrated to the grindstone, this second step is very quick. 15 or 20 seconds is all we'll need to smooth out the scratches in the bevel. And when we're through, we have about as fine a grind as you can create with any electrical system.